As a team, we're sort of obsessed with materials and really kind of questing after unusual suppliers and craftspeople to work with, and also like very much that they are able to kind of enhance the story that we're trying to tell with the project.
The things that I make are often hypothetical objects. They are the intersection of 19th century Victorian busts or extruded things which are formed in a computer, a Boolean operation, and then cast by hand. I try to make things where, as you walk around them, you see fragments of things you might recognize, and then maybe question where it comes from. Philip and Peter had this idea that there was this narrative around a collector, and this was all of the objects they had amassed over time. And that really appeals to me because that's kind of what I do in my practice. An individual sculpture is normally a collection of other things that I've put together. I was briefed to produce a hanging sculpture, which is slightly preposterous. To suspend something to defy gravity it goes against every lesson you ever learn. The space I'm working in is a stairwell, which means that there's beautiful light constantly changing, but it also means you have lots of different vantage points. And I'm used to working with the horizontal. And this is an object which you approach and you might glance, you might see when you're walking up the stairs or coming down the stairs. One theory of architecture is that spaces should have a relationship with the human figure. So think Leonardo da Vinci's painting of the Vitruvian Man that everyone knows. The object that I've made for Carlos Space is taking the profile of Michelangelo's David and extruding it at a very oblique angle, about 6 degrees, along 8 feet. Hopefully it has that sort of liminal ambiguity around whether it's something which is just pure ornamentation or something which has an explicit figurative reference. I hope people will wonder whether this object has possibly always been there, or at least always been somewhere in the building, like it's just a very subtle fragment of the architecture.